कैसे हैं आप? गुड इवनिंग. वी आर डूइंग द सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द मोल कॉन्सेप्ट ब्रिज सेशन. ब्रिज किसके लिए? 10th to 11th स्टूडेंट्स के लिए. अगर आप 11th स्टैंडर्ड में ऑलरेडी 12th जा रहे हैं या फिर आप जेई का एग्जाम है आपका 2-3 दिन, why are you on YouTube, bro? Like, get off YouTube. Either way, you'll find this to be a little easy session, but for those from going from 10 to 11, this is going to be pretty interesting. मैंने लास्ट टाइम आपको दिखाया था कि at the starting of my session कि what is the syllabus, what are the links that I feel are useful to you. I'm going to go over those links again in the first couple of minutes, and then we'll get started with Aakash session. So, how many of you actually saw the PDF जो मैंने टेलीग्राम पे भेजा था? किसी ने देखा था क्या? आवाज साफ आ रही है? ये देखो परी, I read minds too. परी, यहाँ से मिलेगा syllabus. What's happening, Shaurya? Pranam again. Shaurya, it's going to be a bit of a repetition for you. Rohit, what's happening? परी, आंखें खोलो और प्रकट हो जाएगा आपके सामने. These are all clickable links that you can get on the Telegram channel. You can also look it up online, but if you're feeling a little lazy, NEET, JEE Main and JEE Advanced syllabus यहाँ पे है. These are all clickable links on the Telegram channel. You'll get links to this. Please start reading these books. Yeah, NCERT lab manuals, NCERT exemplar, and well, the NTA website for if there are any latest updates. कोई updates होंगे, we'll get them to you. But keep yourself abreast with whatever's happening. ऑल्सो एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक्स अगर आपके पास हार्ड कॉपी नहीं है तो उसको दैट इज ऑल्सो अवेलेबल एज अ पीडीएफ ऑनलाइन. ठीक है, लुक इट अप, गो टू रियल साइट्स, डोंट गो टू ऑल दीस फेक साइट्स दैट कलेक्ट योर इन्फॉर्मेशन. प्लीज एनटीए आई मीन एनसीईआरटी की बुक्स बहुत अच्छी हैं, उसको पढ़ना शुरू करिए. द मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन 10th एंड 11th राइट नाउ इज कि सिर्फ यूट्यूब वीडियोस देखने से जेई क्लियर नहीं होगा, आपको एनसीईआरटी इनसाइड आउट पढ़नी पड़ेगी. ठीक है, आई नो आयरॉनिक, मैं जेई पढ़ा रहा हूं आपको यूट्यूब चैनल पे बोल रहा हूं कि भाई चैनल मत देखो. Nah, that's what I'm saying. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you get better from wherever you are at right now, right? But आपको खुद बहुत एफर्ट लगाना पड़ेगा. किस डायरेक्शन में? इस डायरेक्शन में. ये सब चीजें डाउनलोड करिए, रेलेवेंट चीजें. अगर अभी तक आपने एनसीईआरटी पढ़ना शुरू किया है तो ग्रेट, बट आगे से मेरा रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि आप अपने पेस पे एनसीईआरटी पढ़ना शुरू कर दो. सम बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ केमिस्ट्री पूरी चैप्टर चाट लो. ठीक है, रीड इट एंड देन ट्राई एंड सॉल्व एग्जाम्पलर के क्वेश्चंस. हो सके एनसीईआरटी सब्जेक्टिव भी सॉल्व करो, बट जेई मेन के लिए एग्जाम्पलर सॉल्व करो, बहुत जरूरी है. ठीक है, दिस इज द कोट अनकोट रोड मैप. बहुत तो बोलते हैं रोड मैप बताओ, ये बताओ, वो बताओ. भाई बहुत सिंपल है, इट इज नॉट रॉकेट साइंस. ये कोई हिडन सीक्रेट नहीं है, दिस इज एन ओपन सीक्रेट. एवरीथिंग इज फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी आजकल जेई मेन में. ठीक है, ऑलराइट, लेट्स गो अहेड. व्हेन विल 25 क्लासेस स्टार्ट? आई प्रतीक्षा, नीट हम लोग जेई के चैनल पे नहीं है, जेई के चैनल पे है ना. खैर, आपको नीट के सेशन चाहिए, आप नीट पे चैनल आ जाइए, वहां पे विल डू इट मोस्ट लाइकली जेई मेन के बाद. अभी जेई मेन है 4th to 9th, तो we're going to be a little tied up. I'm going to be a little tied up in chemistry. Biology sessions चलते रहेंगे. I'll be a little tied up doing that. ठीक है, परी, nice spam. Can you please read the NCERT? What do we? I can't read, man. Whatever. Use punctuations. Sir, what to do? We don't know atomic mass number and even atomic number. Read NCERT. That's what I can tell you. This is my guidance to you. Please read NCERT. And Pari is like reading my mind. That's exactly what I have on my screen. I don't know if you attended the last session. A bit of a recap of what we did in the last session. Atomic mass क्या होता है? It's the number of protons, number of neutrons times the mass of one proton, which is approximately 1.67 into 10 power minus 24 gram or 10 power minus 27 kilogram. If you attended the last session, मैं बार बार आपको बोलता हूँ कि ये 0.004 के बजाय राइट इट एज 410 पावर माइनस 3. गेट यूज टू एक्सपोनेंट्स, आपकी लाइफ एक्सपोनेंशियली आसान होगी. ठीक है, एक्सपोनेंट्स 10 पावर प्लस 10 पावर माइनस. क्यों? क्योंकि एवरीथिंग यू डील विथ हियर इज गोइंग टू बी अ वेरी वेरी बिग नंबर. एटॉमिक मास इज अ रिलेटिव आइडिया. यू आर कंपेयरिंग the mass of one atom to 1/12 the mass of a C12 atom. Historically, hydrogen, oxygen से कंपेयर कर रहे थे. नाउ वी डू C12 बिकॉज द मोस्ट स्टेबल एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. ये सब हिस्ट्री आपको कहीं पढ़नी है तो पढ़ सकते हो. मॉलिक्यूलर मास क्या है? एक मेनी एटम्स टुगेदर यू गेट अ मॉलिक्यूल. Okay, now both of these have a unit of AMU or U. Okay, and so what we're going to do now is चलो मुझे जल्दी से बताओ कि what are the atomic masses of these elements in AMU? Helium, carbon, sodium, calcium and aluminium. This may seem really straightforward to you. If you know the answer, you know the answer. If you don't, क्या करोगे? The thing is कि you may know the number of protons in these. ठीक है, let's write that down. Protons इसमें कितने होंगे? Helium is 2, 6, 11, 20 and 13. How does Ashish know so much? Nah. I just open up the periodic table and that's what I want you to do. Shaurya, no, not yet. I have not picked any exemplar questions as yet. Gautam, Hero ji, I'm in Bangalore right now. मैं घर में बैठा हूँ. I'm originally from Prayagraj, Allahabad, but I've been in Bangalore for most of my life. School and college सब यहीं पे हुआ है. Live class are interesting. You guys ask questions that are not related to what we are doing right now, but it's cool. It's all right. So, मैं आपसे बोल रहा था कि you guys please start opening the periodic table. Okay, before that, there's a bit of a promo. This link, by the way, that you see, this weird sheet is there on the chat channel. The chat has it. This side, right? The chat has it, and it's got it's a pinned comment. It has links to all my videos if you want to check them out. More importantly, here is a periodic table. Okay, this is called ptable.org, ptable.com, ptable.org. Either way, it leads you to this. Please, if you're doing chemistry, you must open this. Okay, हमेशा periodic table खोल के रखो. This is a beautiful interactive periodic table. It has a lot of scary things on this side. Don't worry, we're not going to look at them so much. But all of this, by the end of 2 years, you'll be like, this is the best thing ever. Okay, it has electron affinity, ionization, enthalpy. बहुत चीजें हैं जो will make sense to you in a couple of months down the line. But please bookmark this ptable.com. I'll write it down later as well. Why am I showing you this? Because देखो, कार्बन का मास दिया हुआ है 12. ठीक है, कार्बन इज 12. ऊपर 6 मतलब एटॉमिक नंबर, 2 4 इज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन. विल डू दैट एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर में. ओके, कार्बन यहाँ पे है. हीलियम कहाँ है? हीलियम है इस कोने में. हीलियम को अगर मैं हाईलाइट करूं तो इट इज 2 and 4. सो बोथ इन कार्बन एंड हीलियम number of protons are equal to number of neutrons. But look at fluorine, it's weird. Fluorine का atomic number है 9, but its mass number is 19. मतलब there are 10 protons, approximately 18.99 जो भी है. बाकी क्या है? Aluminium देखिए. Aluminium also is interesting. Aluminium में 13 protons है. Right? You see that big red thing over here. And it has 14 neutrons. Why? Because the total mass is 27. Calcium is chill. Calcium कहाँ गया? 20 और 20 है. Now, why am I showing you this? The reason why I'm showing you this is to tell you that the number of protons and neutrons needn't always be the same. N not always equal to P. Okay. So, just because you know the number of protons, you can't predict the mass number. आपको periodic table खोल के देखना ही पड़ेगा. ठीक है? All right, Shaurya. Shaurya is saying 3, 12, 23, 40 and 17. ठीक है. Cool. Some of them are right. 40 बिल्कुल सही है, 23 बिल्कुल सही है, 12 बिल्कुल सही है. This will be 4. Right? Helium 3 is an isotope. It's not the most common one. And this will be 27, not 17. But good job, Shaurya, on doing this. Yes, absolutely. What Mohammed, it's not enough for JEE Advanced. आपको काफी उससे और एफर्ट लगाना पड़ेगा, Mohammed. But it's a start, भरमाल जी. It's a start. अरे तुम लोग मैसेज ट्रैक मत करो यार. It's okay. तुम लोग इतना एफर्ट मत लगाओ. देखो, put your efforts in listening to what I'm saying. Don't worry about what you have typed. Oh my God, I have to retract it. यार तुम लोग इसमें लाइफ को बहुत सीरियसली लेते हो. फोकस. ठीक है, मेरी बात सुनो. बाकी चलता है, चैट को चलता है, जाने दो. जो लिख लिया लिख दिया. एक बार लिख दिया तो पत्थर की लकीर. ठीक है, ये सोच के डालो. These are the masses, and how do I know them? Because they are in the periodic table. That's nature. Okay, that's why I have this question for you. Moral of story: periodic table खोल के रखो. You don't have to mug all of them, but at least 1 to 20k you should have an idea about what is the mass, what is the atomic number, what is electronic configuration. Well, electronic configuration बाद में आएगी as the days come, and 1 to 20 will expand to 1 to 30. धीरे धीरे करेंगे, आराम से करेंगे. Marathon, not a sprint. Okay, next question. This one's interesting. An element X has 3 isotopes, X20, X21 and X22. I had done a basic question इस चीज का in the first session. This takes that idea to the next level. थोड़ा सा मैथ्स यूज करके. 3 आइसोटोप्स हैं, ठीक है, और परसेंटेज अबंडेंस ऑफ X20 इज गिवन टू बी 90%. मतलब कि 90% ये, बचा कितना? 10% ऑफ X21 एंड X22. अब किसमें कितना है किसी को बताया नहीं. हाउ मच ऑफ इट वी डोंट नो, but they are saying that the average atomic mass is 20.11. 20.11 is average. Just like chlorine is 35.5, right? Just like that. What is the percentage abundance of X21? That is what I want you to figure out. So I'll help you through this question. If you want to solve it yourself, please, by all means, career solve. But I'll help you through the steps of this. My voice is not clear. Can I speak clearly? I can. And I think I am. Okay, yeah. Pari, maybe it is your, क्या बोलते हैं, earphone or something लगा के देखिए परी. Maybe that will help. Good evening, Aditya. How you're doing? Bharmal ji, Shaurya ji. I don't know what you guys are saying because you're retracting your messages, but all right. Easy. All right, Shaurya, try it out. Yeah, Aditya, that should be the target time. Aditya's talking high level stuff. But बहुत बट ये चीज जो आप बोल रहे हो ना, दैट इज समथिंग यू शुड लुक एट अराउंड what time do I say? Around August of 25. This is when you should be looking at this, what Aditya was talking about. तब तक to follow, focus on process. Learning is one thing, test taking is a different thing. दोनों अलग अलग स्किल सेट्स हैं. अभी हम लोग लर्निंग वाले स्किल सेट में हैं. लर्निंग में क्या है? दिस इज द मेन फॉर्मूला दैट इज गिवन. ठीक है, abundance, percentage abundance into mass 1 plus percentage abundance into mass 2. इसका मतलब क्या है? देखो, say I have 3 red balls, I have 1 white ball. What is the average mass of all the plastic balls that you have? Okay, so 3 red balls का mass क्या होगा? I know that. So 3 into red balls plus 1 into white ball divided by 4, total number of particles. This is how it averages यार. अगर यही ऐसे तो निकालते हो, ठीक है, एवरेज निकालना है यहाँ पे. That's all you got to do. So I've highlighted everything and what is given to you I have written down. Can you please try this now? Average atomic mass is given, मतलब this I know. X20 का 90%, मतलब कि percentage abundance, mass 1 is 20, this is 90. I know. But there are two more things that I don't know, which is X21 and X22 into percentage 1 into percentage 2. These things I don't know. How do I get two things? ऐसा लग रहा है दो वेरिएबल है ना? ऐसा लग रहा है दो वेरिएबल है, इक्वेशन एक है, पर हमको जितने वेरिएबल है उतने इक्वेशन होनी चाहिए. ये मैथ से ये आइडिया समझ में आता है क्या? जितने वेरिएबल उतने ही इक्वेशन निकालने पड़ेंगे. हैव यू कम अक्रॉस दिस इन मैथ्स? सुना है क्या? ये सुना है? सुना है कि नहीं सुना है? खैर, are you guys trying this question out? Do you need me to help with this? 8.2. Shaurya, good attempt. Can you tell me what you did, Shaurya? Walk me through the steps. आपने किया क्या? What is the next step from here? Take, Shaurya has hit the nail on the head. Take x and 10 minus x. मैंने लिया है y, but it's the same difference. Aditya, that's great, bro. You're a 24 aspirant. Then तो 40 मिनट नहीं करना चाहिए आपको. No pressure, but that should be the focus for sure. Because यार अगर 40 मिनट में, see, if you're not able to do that much time, that means नहीं हो रहा है तो छोड़ दो. You got to know when to leave a question. Respect, leave, move on. The questions are not complicated, so they don't take time to solve. So either know it or you don't. आजकल केमिस्ट्री ऐसा ही आ रहा है, ठीक है. And element X has 3 isotopes, ठीक है, लिख लिया. I have done exactly the same thing that Shaurya said. देखो 90 है और बचा कितना? 10. तो 10 में से some part will be this and some part will be this. I have taken this to be the variable because मुझे यही निकालना है, right? It is asking me, the question is asking me X21 कितना होना चाहिए. Then I just substitute. Now I have all three. 90 into 20, which was percentage, and X20. This is percentage, X21, percentage, and X22. ठीक है? That is what I have written over here. Solve this, please. You are here for asking this. I've given you the answer, Aditya. Shaurya, what do you think? इसको सॉल्व करने पे क्या मिलता है? ओके, लेट्स डू द मैथ. परी, भरमाल जी, गौतम हीरो, क्या वो आंसर नहीं देंगे आप लोग? 5% says रोहित. ओके, ऑलराइट, लेट्स सी. सो देखो, अब क्या है? इफ यू फॉर्म्ड ऑल ऑफ दिस, 90% ऑफ योर जॉब इज डन, बट लास्ट 10% भी काफी जरूरी है. अरिथमेटिक. 90 इंटू 20 कितना हो गया? 1800. ठीक है. y इंटू 21, ओके, 21y माइनस 22y. अच्छा, तो हो गया माइनस y. ओके, 1800 माइनस 20 माइनस y. और क्या बचा? 10 इंटू 220. ओके, सो प्लस 220. तो ये कितना हो गया? 2020, 2020. ओके, so 2020 by 100 minus y by 100 is equal to how much? 20.11. Okay, is this correct? Nice. So now I can take it to the other side. I get y by 100 is 2011. Because everything में 100 है तो मैं इसमें भी 100 डाल ही देता हूँ. Minus 2011 by 100. अब ये 100 कैंसिल कर दो, ठीक है. y हो गया 9%. That's your answer. You see, the maths is what is enjoyable. Arithmetic है, chill है, simple है, but you can make your life easy by being lazy, right? Don't try and always calculate stuff. जितना हो सके ना, जो multiplication division last तक रखो, जितना cancel कर सकते हो कर लो. And always, the moment you see decimals like 20.11, write it as 2011 by 100. क्यों? Life is easier that way. That is why I have seen students mess it up many times just because of this percentage wala business. ये वाला जो decimals वाला scene, right? So learn how to write things in exponents, 10 power 2, 100 जो भी है. Life becomes easy. See, then just you get answer directly as 9. Okay? प्रणव आदित्य, ऑल द बेस्ट. फॉर्मूला गलत डाला. ओके ओके ओके, ठीक है. ऑल राइट, रोहित एंड शौर्य, यू गाइज आर ओके एज टू हाउ दिस इज 9%. या स्लाइटली ट्रिकी क्वेश्चन एज कंपेयर टू बाकी चीजें जो भी हमने की हैं. तो द आंसर डायरेक्टली हैपेंस टू बी 9%. ऑल राइट, कूल. That was a bit of a recap of what we did last time and a couple of questions on that. These are the ideas we have covered. A brief and very important idea. The one AMU was 1.66. I know I'm using 1.67 because it's easier to talk about, right? 1.67 मतलब 5/3. So इसलिए 1.67 लिखता हूँ approximate करने के लिए. ये सब मैं last session की चीजें फिर से यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूँ. Yeah, so one AMU is this much. मतलब how many AMU will be equal to 1 gram? That is how we got that mole वाला number. Avogadro's number is 6.0221 specifically, right, into 10 power 23, and we take this number because it converts atomic units, choti cheezein, to a big particle. So if I have, say, 1 AMU of something of, say, H atoms, so to get 1 gram I need Na particles. That is where this thing comes into picture. ठीक है, because 1 AMU is these many grams. So 1 gram is how many particles? That is the conversion we are doing. यहीं से आता है ये concept mole का. What is 6.0221? It is derived like this. Okay? Chat हो गई बहुत शांत. Is this okay? Any doubts in this? Is a bit of a revision of what we did last time. Formula weight क्या होता है? The mass of 1 mole of any chemical entity क्या होता है? The formula weight expressed in grams. So if I have HNO3, which इसका mass है 63U, if I take 1 mole, उसका mass will be 63 gram per mole. ठीक है? So the number unit is the same, the unit changes. Unit बहुत जरूरी है physical chemistry में, physics में, everywhere units are important, right? So to convert 63U to 63 gram per mole, I need to have Na 6.0221 in 10 power 23 particles of HNO3, the molecule. Specifically that molecule को Na particles चाहिए. So summarizing all of that together, mass of Na atoms is molar mass of atoms. Mass of Na molecules, molar mass of molecules. Mass of Na ions, molar mass of ions. And the unit of molar mass is gram per mole. Last idea जो summary था from last time was कि अच्छा STP मतलब pressure is 1 bar and 273 Kelvin or 0 degree Celsius. Pay the volume of a gas irrespective of which gas, okay, irrespective of which gas, is going to be 22.7 liter, which is fascinating. And if you take the pressure to be 1 atmosphere, which is weird number 101325 bar, is this much. Pressure बढ़ाया, volume कम हो गया, temperature same पे, PV is equal to constant. You know this, right? कौन सा लॉ था ये? याद है क्या? चार्ल्स लॉ, बॉयल्स लॉ, गाय-लुसाक्स लॉ, कौन सा? चार्ल्स था क्या? नहीं, बॉयल्स लॉ था. आई थिंक दिस वाज बॉयल्स लॉ, राइट? हैव यू स्टडीड दिस? बॉयल्स लॉ. तो इसीलिए यहाँ पे देखो मैंने प्रेशर बढ़ा दिया, वॉल्यूम थोड़ा कम हो गया, है ना? 22.4 is 1 atmosphere, 1 bar is 22.7 liters. कोई पूछ रहा था ना? गुड इवनिंग विकास योगी जी. ऑल राइट, yes, exactly, Shaurya, you've hit the nail on the head. इसमें 63U is per molecule, not per atom. 63U is per molecule and 63 is per mole of HNO3 molecules. Okay. Rohit, what steps? There are no steps. Rohit, ये सब last session का हम लोग revision कर रहे हैं. Yeah. Which steps, Rohit? So, whether I take H2 or I take helium, जिनके masses are different, फिर भी उनके वॉल्यूम सेम होते हैं. दिस इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ एवोगैड्रोस लॉ. इसको एवोगैड्रोस लॉ भी बोलते हैं, which we'll study and all later on, but this is a general idea. For gases, it's always the case. I've covered this in the last session. This is more of a recap. Okay, so what is the implication of all of this? Calculations में कैसे हम उसको use कर सकते हैं? If you take this sort of a reaction, 2H2 plus O2 giving 2H2O, this is how I can write it. Okay, so in a balanced reaction, I can say that two molecules will react with one molecule to give me two molecules. I can extrapolate to say कि अरे molecule है तो mole भी हो जाएंगे, because what is mole? Mole is just like a dozen. अगर एक बनाना है तो एक dozen बनाना है, that's all you're doing, right? So 2 moles of H2 reacts with 1 mole of O2 to give me 2 moles of water. Now I can also do this in grams. Can you guys give me this mass in grams, please? Rohit, can you try this one? Now we're doing steps. You can ask me for any explanation if you like. Please go ahead. Sure, I think you know this one, right? You were present when this happened. Vikas Yogi ji, आप तो नीट चैनल से हैं नहीं? Long time, huh? All right. How do you do this? Pari, are you here? Let's see what's happening here. How do you solve this one? So what we've got to do here is very straightforward. Just tell me the mass in grams. You will see that all we are doing is mass conservation. है ना? मतलब कि what we are doing is अच्छा, so you take whatever mass you start off with, same mass बनेगा at the end of the reaction. And moles are not conserved, masses are conserved. इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? देखो यहाँ पे LHS में है आपके पास 3 मोल, RHS में है 2 मोल, which is okay, it doesn't matter. बिकॉज ये मोल अलग अलग चीजों के हैं, मोल्स ऑफ एटम्स सेम हो, बट ये तो एक जगह मॉलिक्यूल कुछ और है, दूसरे कोई और मॉलिक्यूल, इसलिए इट डजंट मेक सेंस टू टॉक अबाउट मोल कंजर्वेशन. बट इफ यू टेक नंबर ऑफ एटम्स व्हिच इज बैलेंसिंग द रिएक्शन, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द सेम. यू सी द स्मॉल बारीकी वाले डिफरेंसेस हियर. So the masses are simply going to be 4 gram, 32 gram and 36 gram over here, which makes sense, right? Because LHS में जितना भी mass होगा will be equal to RHS का mass, right? That is the idea of mass conservation, which is what you have been using to balance equations. So we are taking stuff you guys learned 10th standard में and we are applying it here 11th standard में. Yeah, देख शौर्य, देख, see now what Shaurya said is that doesn't work, no? जो आप बोल रहे हो that does not work. ध्यान से करो. If I take this, गलती से मैंने यहाँ 16 लिख दिया, then you see check your answer. यहाँ पे 1 मोल का कितना होगा? 2 of hydrogen plus 16 which is 18 gram per mole. And यहाँ पे 2 गए मतलब 36. तो अगर मेरा 36 मास बना है राइट हैंड साइड में, तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में तो भी 36 ही होना चाहिए. So if I have 4, this must be 32. अगर मैंने गलती से यहाँ पे 16 लिख दिया है, 16 is the mass of one atom, but there are 2 atoms of oxygen, all right, which is why it's 32. It's okay. हाँ, exactly. Shaurya, it's good to recognize that it's not working. Okay, it's okay to make mistakes, but it's very very important to realize कि अच्छा ये तो कुछ दाल में कुछ काला है. Once you do that, then you can remedy it, which is what we got to do. We got to figure out things, remedy, go back to the drawing board, फिर से करो, no problem. Okay, so 2 मोल मतलब 4 ग्राम, you got that right. Here it was 32 gram, here it is 36 grams. ठीक है. So 2 into 12, 2 plus 2 into 6, हाँ इधर सिर्फ 2 था, right? 2 into 2 plus 16, sure, that's how I'd fix that. So that is 18 into 2, which is 36, and इस तरफ it will be 32. Now it works out. Now it's wonderful and beautiful. Okay, last step, इसको मैं अब वॉल्यूम की भी बात कर सकता हूं. क्यों? क्योंकि 1 mole of any gas is 22.7 liters at STP. 22.7 होना चाहिए, ये 45.2, right? Why? Because they're gases. यहाँ पे मैंने क्यों नहीं लिखा है? Why have I not written anything here? Because this is liquid. These are gases. Liquid का volume I can't talk about this. Liquid का volume I need the density, boss. Okay, that is not dependent on moles of stuff. It depends on density. Well, it does depend on moles, mass, but वो density पे depend करता है कि कितने ग्राम पर cc उसकी density है. तो then I know कि अच्छा अगर इतना mass है तो इतना volume होगा. ठीक है. I cannot do with this liter वाला business. तो इसलिए मैंने यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा. Because we don't know the temperature of water, उसका क्या होगा? We don't know. We know temperature, but ठीक है, छोड़ो. It's okay. Oh, Rohit, okay, cool. Rohit, that okay, cool, Rohit. Please go back and check it out. And if this feels a little new to you, please read the NCERT, Rohit. That will help you leaps and bounds. ठीक है. What I am doing here is I am supporting you through the theory and I am telling you how to solve questions for JEE. But you're gonna have to make an effort to read the NCERT, right? I'm not doing NCERT line by line यहाँ पे on the channel. That's not something we're doing. Just to be straight with you, ठीक है? वो effort आपको लगाना पड़ेगा. That's something you will have to do. But if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me during the solving thing. चलो ये बात नहीं समझ आ रही, कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, go into a bit of detail as to what is it that you need help in, and I'm here to help. ठीक है? That will be better. But you will have to read a little bit and come. Okay? That's the difference between 10th and 11th right now. ठीक है? All right. So look at this. Now I've got 3 ways of talking about the same equation: moles, mass, and volume. In this case, no volume because ये है liquid. ठीक है? जरूरी बात ये है कि हम लोग mole, volume का proportionality जो है, that we can do only and only for gases, not for liquids. Okay? Because liquids की density अलग अलग हुई. It is not a uniform thing. It could be different for different liquids. Okay? We'll talk about that today as well. So look at this. Now I have combined 2 moles of this, 22.7 liter of that to give me 36 gram of this. You see? And I can also say if I have enough oxygen, हवा है, हवा में तो बहुत oxygen है. If I have enough oxygen, then 4 gram of H2 can give me 2 moles of H2O. Okay. So you see that I'm combining all of these units. The reason why I can mix and match between this unit and that unit and this unit is क्योंकि interconvertible है particles and masses. क्यों? क्योंकि हर particle का mass हमको मालूम है, तो हम लोग mass से particle which is moles convert कर सकते हैं. We can also convert volume to moles and hence volume to mass also in case of gases. ठीक है? Because all gases have the same volume if they have the same number of particles. We are good with these two things जो मैंने अभी बोला और जो मैंने एग्जांपल दिखाया. एक और तरीका ये भी लिख सकते हो कि 36 ग्राम of H2O will require 22.7 liter of oxygen at STP if I have enough hydrogen. समझ में आया? ठीक है? Cool? Shall we move on? Is this okay? Yeah? Give me a thumbs up. Read through these two statements. If you have any doubts, please tell me. I'm here to explain this. Don't worry. We are not in any hurry. हम लोग आराम से चीजें पढ़ाएंगे. This is important. Probably the single most important thing is chapter में that will help you build a foundation for all the calculations that you do in the whole of chemistry. No pressure, but it's important that you understand this. तो इस क्लास में अगर आप लाइव में बैठे हो, पूछ लो मेरे से क्या है भाई अगर नहीं समझ में आया तो. ठीक है? आभा, welcome. But why? No, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. I did an awesome question. You should just rewind and check it out. All good? Okay, cool. All right. And this is a summary of all of everything we've done so far. ठीक है, cool. चलो. Sir, please speak in English. All right. Tamil ji, I will teach in English. How many liters of hydrogen will be released at STP when 2.8 gram of iron reacts with sulfuric acid? Abha and Shaurya, you've seen this question before. I told you, some teaching questions are similar, baki questions alag, and this is a teaching question. So how do we do this question? Tamil ji, Tamil, how do I say Tamil? Do I say Tamil? Do I say Tamil? How you want to pronounce it? Anyway, so how do you do this question? Okay, I've got some weird equation going on. Okay, first thing I need to do is law of conservation of mass. Matlab, balance. After I balance, I need to get mole of Fe, so I can get mole of H2 and then I can get volume of H2. This is what we are doing right now. Okay? You have a small doubt. Okay, great. Abha, boliye. One moment, huh? So the moles of compound are same too, Fe and H2 are same. That's a good doubt, Abha. Abha, help me understanding as to where this doubt comes from. What is your thought process that because of which that doubt has come into this picture? If I balance this is like saying the coefficients had been different. If the coefficients are different, then it will be that ratio. See, it's like a recipe. Chemical reactions are like recipes. Like this is the recipe for me to form SeSO4 and H2, which requires me to take 1 mole of Fe and 1 mole of H2SO4. That gives me exactly 1 mole of FeSO4 and 1 mole of H2. Now say hypothetically I had another reaction. What reaction? If I had Fe plus HCl, or let's take a common one, it's this one, Zn plus HCl, give me ZnCl2 plus H2. Now in this case, to balance it, I need to put a 2 in front of HCl, behind front, जो भी बोलना चाहो, ठीक है, डाल दो वहाँ पे, 2 डाल दिया, right? Then it is balanced. Now in this case, after balancing, the ratio is 1:2. So the recipe here is कि भाई 1 mole of zinc has to react with 2 moles of HCl. Why am I saying mole? ठीक है, mole नहीं समझ रहा है, take it as an atom. 1 atom of Zn reacts with 2 molecules of HCl. That ratio always remains constant. Is that okay, Abha and everybody else who's watching right now? Exactly. If the coefficient is different, then it'll do 1:2. And in the end, becomes what? This is 1:1. Okay. Now, what are these? These are ratios of particles, which also then go to be mole ratios. All right. So, in a sense, I have balanced this equation. Luckily, it is already balanced. 1 atom, 1 atom, 1 atom, 1 atom, 2 here, 2 here. Everything is balanced, right? So, this is, for all practical purposes, balanced. I have this extra information. 1 mole of H2 is 2 gram of H2, which is 22.7 liters at STP. ठीक है? RHS 2:1 क्या क्या होगा sir? Okay. 1 mole of hydrogen is 2 atoms or 1? What do you think, Shaurya? 2.24 liters? Thank you, Tamil ji. One small request, Tamil. You should check your calculations a little bit. 2 points. One is 22.7 liter is the volume at STP. Second point, please check your calculation. Thank you for the answer. Yes, Shaurya. 1 mole of what? See, that statement needs a little bit more specification. It's okay. So, khichdi bahut hoti hai mole concept mein, no problem. Shaurya, 1 mole of hydrogen, what? 1 mole of hydrogen atoms has 1 mole of hydrogen atoms. 1 mole of hydrogen molecules has 2 atoms, 2 moles of hydrogen atoms. Do you follow? So, देखो, 1 mole of hydrogen, what? It's like saying 1 dozen of hydrogen. Hydrogen क्या? Hydrogen can be an atom, can be a molecule. This is a little different from apples and oranges because you don't have 2 apples ever stuck together, right? But you have 2 hydrogen atoms stuck together in a hydrogen molecule. इसीलिए you have to specify a little bit more. All right? What's up, Jack? भाई तेरा एग्जाम नहीं है क्या 2 दिन में? कब है एग्जाम तेरा जैक? हीरो तू लिख क्यों रहा है सेकंड अटेम्प्ट बाय द वे? नहीं लिख रहा है क्या? You're chill, right? खैर anyway. So in the balanced reaction, this is the mass ratio, 56:2. Now, how many moles of this will I get? 56. Okay. 56 is the mass of 1 mole. So 2.8 is how much? I can do 2.8 divided by 56. Now remember to write the units. Gram per mole, gram. When I cancel out gram, mole goes on top. What I get is 1 by 20 mole of Fe. So when I get 1 by 20 mole of Fe, I also get 1 by 20 mole of H2. Okay. Apple molecules don't exist. Yeah, sadly. That'll be pretty cool. 2 atoms, exactly. All right. So once I have this, I can do 2 things. I can either continue this mass to whatever, or I can just multiply 1 by 20 into 22.7, which gives me the answer to be 1.135 liter. Now, Tamil, you were saying 2.24. Can you help me understand where is it that you kind of goofed up? I'm here to help you understand it. अप्रैल लेट काहे लिख रहा है भाई? कितना परसेंटाइल आएगा तो बताएगा अपने दोस्तों को यहाँ पे जैक. ब्रेक टाइम. गुड. थैंक यू फॉर चेकिंग इन. या एडवांस की तैयारी कर यार. क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है अभी जेईई मेन में? व्हाट वाज योर जेईई मेन वन स्कोर? आई हैव एन आइडिया व्हाट इट वाज. जस्ट वांट टू टेल योर फ्रेंड्स व्हाट इट वाज. दे विल लाइक भाई क्यों लिख रहा है सेकंड अटेम्प्ट? खैर. एनीवे. So I can either do it that way. That was one way to do it, 1 by 20 mole wise, or I can go ahead and see, chalo yaar, mole if I'm not that confident about, let's do masses wise. Dekho, 56 gram gives me 2 grams. So how much will 2.8 gram give me? Cross multiply 2.8 into 2 divided by 56. Now if you want right units, 2.8 gram of what? Fe. 56 gram of what? Fe. Give me 2 gram of what? H2 molecule. Okay. Now dekho, gram Fe gets cancelled out. What I'm left with is gram H2. Check the units. This is a beautiful way of doing it. You'll never go wrong. ठीक है? यही चीज करने के बाद आपको एक अलग नंबर मिलता है. Now here you will get 0.1 gram. This is a little bit longer method. What I told you in the starting was a shortcut, quickest way of doing it. But slightly longer, it's okay. It's no problem. You can take a long way, short way. जैसा ठीक लगे आप लोग करो. But I'm just showing you there are multiple ways of doing the same question. ठीक है? 0.1 gram मिला. Okay. So 0.1 gram I have is how much? Same thing I do. 0.1 into 22.7 divided by 2. Again, write the units. Gram, liter. Gram get cancelled out. Liters remaining. So you have definitely put the right thing in the numerator, right thing in the denominator. मैं क्यों बार unit लिख रहा हूँ? Why am I writing unit again and again? Because you have to cancel out the right units, and गलती से what happens? Sometimes you put 22.7 in the denominator, or you put 56 on top. You have to be careful. What you put at top, what you put at the bottom. Okay. देखो जैक, why are you writing फिर से? है ना? Good score, bro. Amazing score, Jack. It's crazy, right? All right, bye, Jack. See you. बेचारे को भगा दिया मैंने. Yes, absolutely right, Tamil. You're absolutely right. So when you get that, Tamil, what you do is कि after that next step, you just have to do this simple cross multiplication, and you get 1.135 liters. Which I think you said 2.24, which is I'll allow 2.24, but that would be 2.27 in my case. It will be half of that. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead. All right. Yeah, exactly. गलती से 20 mole आ गया answer. Yeah, that'll be like ridiculous, right? Okay. All right. Sweet. What do we do? What do we do? Do we have time? We have a lot of time. Okay. Let's do a different set of questions because I see some familiar students here. We will do. Acha, for their benefit, it's okay. I don't think these guys have done it before. You guys have done this before. Let's do this question. How many oxygen atoms are there in 0.003 moles of Na2SO4.5H2? I know NEET के students have already seen this question. इतने formula units में what is the number of oxygen atoms? Abha and Shaurya know the answer to this. Tamil, what do you want to do? Do you want to give me an answer to this one? और कौन है? परी कहाँ गई? परी ran off, flew away. Rohit is still here. Who else was here live? All right. Anyway, how do you do this question? Number of oxygen atoms in some amount of moles. I don't like decimals very much. So I will write like this. 3 into 10 power minus 4 mole. Okay. Has how many oxygen atoms? All right. How many oxygen atoms there in one molecule? One molecule has 4 plus 5, which is 9 atoms. So if one mole has 9 atoms, one molecule has 9 atoms, one mole will have 9 mole atoms. Right? Okay. So 3.10 power minus 4 mole will have how much? Cross multiply. 9 into 3 into 10 power minus 4, which is 27 into 10 power minus 4, which is 2.7 into 10 power minus 3. मतलब 3 zeros पहले डाल दो, become 0.0027 and A, and you're done. Yeah. आने वाला कल जाने वाला है. Clements, good job. Third time देख रही हो. Yeah, because Abha checked out the solutions. 9 atoms. Okay, great. This is the last one, Bhargavi. We start with regular classes, which actually is not very different from the bridge course. It's calling it the bridge course. This is practically the first 2 sessions of the mole concept. Anyway. Yeah, don't worry. अगले session से I'll get you exemplar questions or NCERT questions, and they'll be different for JEE and NEET. तो अगर तुमको दोनों देखना है तो दोनों देखो. But theory may be similar. Okay, cool. 27 10 power 5. Tamil, check your exponents by 10 power 5. I'm not so sure about that. 10 power 4 होगा ना? Tamil, won't it be 10 power 4? Right? Yeah, perfect. Good job. Another one. What is the average? We already done this. It's okay. This is 35.5. I gave you an average wala thi. Chodo. What is this? Oil, water, and honey. When you try and mix them, they don't really mix. They separate out. Why? Because they are immiscible liquids. Immiscible का क्या मतलब होता है? Some things mix, some things don't mix. Especially in liquids. Gases always mix. It doesn't matter. Any gas, whatever you take, it will always mix. It gives rise to beautiful ideas like Dalton's law of partial pressure and all of that, which we'll study maybe later on. But aaj ke liye, liquids sometimes mix, sometimes don't mix. Like ruafza, it mixes very well with water. Some liquids don't mix. And when they don't mix, the heavier liquid settles down, the lighter liquid goes on top. What is this heavier, lighter? It's actually more dense and less dense. Okay, this is more dense and less dense. So we're talking density now. You've heard this many times, right? The heavier object sinks, the lighter object floats. It's the more dense and the less dense. What is density? Density, as you know, is mass by volume. You've studied this from 8th grade. We're going to talk about something called relative density, which means we'll compare the density of objects to something else. Now, for liquids, we usually compare, density of water, and that is called a specific gravity. Okay. So, you take the density of the substance, compare it to water at 4 degrees Celsius, it has a density of 1 gram per cc or 1 kilogram per liter. For a gas, also you can get a similar sort of a thing. Insoluble, yes. Immiscible. Insoluble Om Srivastava Pranam is used for usually solids. When you say insoluble, it's usually solids in liquids, usually, right? When I say immiscible, I mean they don't mix. Okay? This is for liquids, generally that's what's used. That's a beautiful question. Beautiful question, Abha. What decides they will mix or not? That's not necessary. I don't know of any solution that has the same density. That's a very nice question. So, the reason why stuff mixes and does not mix has to do with interaction at the molecular level. Now, pani and oil, they don't mix because pani mein air dissolved hoti hai. Look for it, okay? There is something called D गैसिफाइड वाटर, मतलब पानी में से आपने हवा निकाल दी लिटरली, दैट मिक्सेस वेल विथ ऑयल, इट इज क्रेजी, गो ऑनलाइन, look this up, degasified water and oil mixing, wonderful video, one very popular one, you'll find it when you see it, you'll know it when you see it. What makes things mix? That's a very difficult question to answer actually. uh, you'll learn a lot of things like dissolves, like unlike dissolves, unlike, बहुत चीजें सीखोगे, but the real reality is a lot more complicated than that. Stuff just happens. I'm half kidding. So a hint here is NaCl. NaCl is a very, it's a strong bond, right? Ionic bond is strong. You've been studying that from 8th, 9th and 10th. पानी में डालो वो तुरंत, right? It just disappears. Completely soluble. अजीब बात है, मतलब उसमें कुछ मैंने एनर्जी प्रोवाइड की, तोड़ा, आई हैव ब्रोकन द NaCl solid and I have formed some new interactions. पानी NaCl साथ इंटरेक्ट कर रहा है, उसको प्रोटेक्ट कर रहा है Na प्लस और Cl माइनस को, तो ये ओवरऑल जो एनर्जी है तोड़ने की और ये इंटरेक्शंस को करने की, वो डिसाइड करता है, बोथ ऑफ देम टुगेदर, दैट इज व्हाट डिसाइड इफ समथिंग इज सॉल्युबल और नॉट. आई गिव यू अ वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड आंसर, शॉर्ट आंसर इज एनर्जी. ठीक है, टोटल एनर्जी ऑफ ऑल द प्रोसेस इन्वॉल्व्ड डिसाइड्स इफ समथिंग गोना हैपन और नॉट. ओके, it's not complicated, it's the truth, but it may make sense to you 8 months after. Abhi it may not make too much sense to you. ठीक है? Yeah, water is beautiful. Yeah, in the Bhagavad Gita it says ki I am the taste of water. Lord Krishna says that. Yeah, I was thirsty, so dialogue मारने का मन किया तो कर दिया. Vapor density क्या होता है? It's the density of a gas with respect to hydrogen at the same temperature and pressure. It's an interestingly weird thing and it's useful mainly for empirical formulae. Okay, vapor density is density of gas and density of hydrogen को divide करते हो. Now what is density? Is mass per volume. So this is the mass of the gas divided by say 1 ml of that same gas. Now what is 1 ml? 1 ml divided by 22.7 liter is how many particles? How many particles would that be? Into Na. Oh, so matlab ki it is going to be 10 power minus 3 divided by 22.7 liter particles into Na. So I can do a little bit of mathematical jugglery and I can say ki bhai, it is practically the same as molar mass of that gas divided by molar mass of hydrogen. Okay, if you are scared of this calculation, आराम से खुद करके देखो. There is an easy way to get this. Density is what? Mass by volume. Then I said ki okay, I will convert the volume to say 1 ml, right? So then I get something. Then I'll say okay, let me make it 22.7 liters. As soon as I make it 22.7 liter, I'm talking about 1 mole of stuff. And 1 mole of stuff का क्या mass होगा? It is molar mass. Do you get that? Okay, this is not complicated at all. ये बस लिखा ऐसे लग रहा है कि भाई ये तो भारी चीज होगी, but it's not. It's not. Okay, I know this is repetition for Abha and for Shaurya because they were in the NEET sessions. But vapor density is an archaic idea. आजकल ज़्यादा टेस्ट नहीं होता है, but हो सकता है empirical formula में हो जाए. ठीक है? Okay, let's look at the next question. Interesting question. Chalo, now you guys get active. You may not have seen this question. What volume in liters is occupied by 60 gram of ethane at STP? मतलब 60 ग्राम है ईथेन का. ईथेन होती क्या बला है? First get the molecular formula of ethane. What on earth is what on earth is ethane? Okay. And STP क्या है? STP मतलब standard temperature pressure. वही 1 bar and क्या था? And temperature 273 Kelvin. मतलब 0 degree Celsius. So कितना volume occupy करेगा ये? Can you guys help me with that? How do you do this question? How do you start this question? Any inputs, friends? How do you start this question? बताइए. Wow, Shaurya, very quick. Shaurya, you figure it out. 22.7 होना चाहिए, not 22.4, but cool. ठीक है. 45.4. All right. Thank you for that answer so quickly. Okay. Thank you for that answer. Abha C2H6. Okay, great. One step at a time. Ethane क्या है? C2H6. Second homologous series of alkanes, मतलब कि CN H2N plus 2. ये organic chemistry मतलब अपने 10th standard का last carbon वाला chapter में था ये सब. So when N equal to 2, you get C2H6. Right? Okay, great. 1 मोल ऑफ एनी गैस ऑक्यूपाइज 22.7 लीटर एट एसटीपी। ठीक है, इथेन क्या है, C2H6, मतलब कि कितना हो गया, 12 इंटू 2, 1 इंटू 6, यानी कि 24 प्लस 6 मतलब कि 30 ग्राम। ओ 30 ग्राम इज 1 मोल, 60 ग्राम इज 2 मोल, सो वॉल्यूम हुआ कितना, 45.2 लीटर। गुड जॉब, 45.4 how to bro, good job Shaurya on doing that quickly. Patel साहब, good job. Oh, Ranjan Ben Patel ji, good job. Abha, अरे राज जी, yes, absolutely, yeah, great. Okay, Anmol Ratan, good job, absolutely. Empirical molecular formula क्या होता है? Now this right here is an experimental idea. ठीक है? If I have a machine that somehow analyzes everything I put into it, right? And I usually burn it. That's the usual way of doing it. You put something and stuff burns, and you get some sort of a percentage of these elements in a 100 gram of a mixture. Okay, percentage मतलब होता है कि 100 ग्राम दिया तो उसमें कितना हो गया, तो you get that value from an actual machine, like an actual instrument. Okay, but using that, I can somehow get to this thing called the empirical formula. How? We'll get to that. Agar 100 gram has some amount, say 60% carbon, say 12% hydrogen, and 28% oxygen, then how do I find कि उसका जो है empirical formula क्या है? Oh, I can go ahead and say कि अच्छा, it has these many mole atoms of C, H, and O. How do I get mole of atoms? Divide this mass by 12 gram per mole, 1 gram per mole, 16 gram per mole. Oh, so 100 gram has this. Then you can do a little bit of awesome stuff to get to this actual formula. But that's not the molecular formula. That is the simplest whole number ratio, which is the empirical formula. Molecular formula depends कि भाई actually molecule क्या है. So empirical formula is experimental. Molecular formula is practical. It's actually what the formula is, right? Okay, cool. Why do we do 1/12 and not 1/14? What is Abba saying? 1/2 of, oh, that 1/2 of He. Because helium का mass 4 है. पहली बात तो ये है कि helium का mass is 4, okay, not 2. But why don't we take helium? Because helium बहुत कम होता है. I think it's easier to take a standard that doesn't decay and is constant. That's the general idea. So they started with hydrogen, then they started thought of using oxygen. Hydrogen standard lightest वो था. Oxygen as standard because common था. Then they started go with carbon because carbon 14 dating and all that. There's some historical reason around this. Just look that up. Yeah, that's broad idea. I can give you stuff to read about on Telegram as to why this and that. Empirical formula are interesting. Benzene is the strangest, right? The molecular formula is so crazy. C6H6, right? Which is, what is that even about? There's a ring and all. Yeah. 3 double bonds. 1 double bond is CnH2n, right? Alkene. But when you have more than 1 double bond, life gets hard and weird. For every double bond, you remove 2 hydrogens. Every double bond removes 2 hydrogen. Think about this in your free time, okay? Won't go into too much detail. सोचो कैसे. Acetylene क्या है? First homologue of alkyne, right? What is this? This is second homologue of acid. And इनके यहाँ पे आपके पास molecular empirical formula दिए हुए हैं. Oh, very cool. Why not 1/136? Gold. Yeah. That's very good. I like your questions, guys. Very nice questions. ठीक है. So here is a question which maybe the NEET folks have seen before. How do you do this? A compound on analysis gave the following results: carbon itna, hydrogen itna, oxygen itna. Find out the molecular formula of the compound if the molar mass is given to you, right? So वही मैंने बताया था 100 में कुछ दिया हुए हैं तो उसके निकालो तुम लोग molecular molar weight कितना है, ठीक है, in gram, and then I will divide both of these to get कितने atoms है, moles of atoms in 100 gram of that substance. Okay. What is the next step? Next step is अच्छा 100 में इतने हैं तो molecular weight है उसमें कितने होंगे? Molecular weight क्या है? Molecular weight is 180. So I will say कि अच्छा, in 100 grams I have these many. So 180 gram कितना होगा? Simply cross multiply, right? 100 gram has these many moles. 180 gram में कितने होंगे? Think about it. If you want to double something, you multiply everything with 2. If you want to make it 1.8 times, you multiply 1.8. As simple as that, right? So I will do 180 by 100, which is 1.8. And then I get these weird numbers, which happen to be the actual molecular formula directly. ये है molecular formula आपका. ठीक है? In this, I skipped a step. I did not really find the empirical formula, but you can do that. After you get the molecular formula, you get C6H12O6. Simplest whole number ratio is CH2O. There you go. I've got molecular, then I've got empirical. Now, this is usually not what is taught in classes in school. They teach you something else. I'll teach you that also. But are you guys okay with this? जो मैंने अभी किया है? रोहित, this is regular class. रोहित, और कितनी regular चाहिए तेरे को? First we divide molar mass, then we multiply 1.8. Yeah, CH12O6. All right. Raj. Do you understand this? Is this okay? Any doubts in what I did over here so far? I did 3 things. First, I took 100 grams of everything. Like, मैंने देखा ठीक है उसमें कितने grams of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen है. Then I said, let's find out the moles of atoms in this substance. Okay, I've got the moles of atoms. They're weird numbers, 3, 3.3, but it's okay. Mole is a very nice large number. 3.3 of a mole is still a very big number. Okay, what is a mole? This huge number. So 3.3 of this, matlab ki it's still going to be a big number. It's not a fraction, right? It's not saying half an atom. It's still a lot of atoms. Okay, a lot of atoms. So it's okay. Okay, so now I've got कि 100 gram में इतने weird fractions होते हैं, but it's given to me that the molecular mass or molecular weight is 180 gram per mole. If that is given, let us just get that. Instead of 100, let's get to 180. How do we get to 180? Into 180 by 100. That's it. Once I do that, I have got the molecular formula. And then I can get empirical formula if someone's asking me for it. ठीक है? CH2O. All right. Where is part 1, sir? Where is part 1? Ashrita, go to the link on top. Click on that. Okay, let's do that for Ashrita. Ashrita के लिए हम लोग करते हैं ये exercise. Ashrita देखो. I get distracted easily as you can see. See, Ashrita, आपके लिए all 11th grade videos JEE. Click on this link and खुल जा सिम play all. देखो 2 ही वीडियोस हैं. एक आज का जो अभी लाइव चल रहा है और ये कल या परसों. अरे माय बाप रे, फेलो डेवलपर्स वेलकम. ठीक है भाई साहब, ये है पहला वीडियो. ठीक है, कूल. ऑल राइट, लेट्स डू दिस. I'm going to close this and go back to my session now. I hope I've answered your question and you actually watched the first video. Shaurya, give us a difficult question. Why, dude? I'll give you a question जो JEE में आता है. Difficult question क्यों दूं? क्या उखाड़ना है difficult question लेके? JEE पास करना है ना, हो जाएगा. All right. What is more commonly taught is they tell you to go to the simple whole number ratio, which sometimes could get confusing. Yeah, when you're dividing this and this, कभी-कभी लोगों को मुश्किल हो जाता है. That's why I taught you that way. The process is very important. Okay, so you can do it in any which way you want. This is the common way of doing it. After you get that empirical formula, they'll say, okay, what is empirical formula mass? What is molecular mass? And दोनों को divide करो, you get So I multiply and I'll get this, and I get to be 6. Why? Because I got 180 gram per mole. That is given to me. Given, right? And 30 कहां से आया? CH2O. This is 16, this is 2, this is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14, 14 plus 6 is 30. So 180 by 30 is 6. That's what I got over here. ठीक है? And 6 times this will give me C6H12 6, which is the answer to this question. Cool. How much time do we have? We have 5 more minutes. All right, let's do some interesting questions. Formula, unit, and definition पूरा पढ़ लेना है NCERT से. छोड़ो, not important. Okay. Cool. What question shall we do next? Okay. On reaction of 2 moles of N2 with 6 moles of H2, what is the mass of NH3 produced? Can you try this? What's up, Jason? How are you doing? Easy question. मुश्किल तो नहीं है. कर लेना चाहिए 30 सेकंड में, है ना? On reaction of 2 moles of nitrogen and 6 moles of H2, find the mass of NH3 produced. Take your time. I'll give you an entire minute to do this. एक पूरा मिनट दूंगा आपको. 2 मिनट लेना, 2 मिनट ले लो. बट कोशिश करो तुम लोग खुद पहले, फिर मैं बताता हूं. ट्राई करो. ये शौर्या, ओके 34 से शौर्या। शौर्य प्रोसेस बताएंगे आप मुझे? पहले आपने क्या किया? व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप शौर्य? स्टेप वाइज। गुड गुड गुड। टाइम इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट। टाइम तो ऐसे ही तुम लोग को ललकारने के लिए कर रहा हूं तुम लोग को। टाइम इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट हियर। प्रोसेस बताइए। ओके आभा, आई हैव टू फोक्स गिविंग मी 64। नहीं राज, हाँ प्रोसेस प्रोसेस क्या है? पहले लिखो बैलेंस्ड इक्वेशन। बैलेंस्ड इक्वेशन लिख लिया। अब बैलेंस इक्वेशन में लिखा है अच्छा 1:3 gives me 2. I need 2:6 मतलब will give me 4, खत्म है ना। तो 4 मोल्स कितना होगा अमोनिया का? 4 into 17 is 68. That's the answer. But if you want to do it step by step, you can do it like this. Okay, ये बहुत अमेजिंग चीजें मैंने लिखी हैं। This is not 1 into 14, it is 2 into 14. ठीक है। एंड ये no. Okay, yeah, this is 6 into 1 and this is 2 into 17. Khair, after yeah, this is the regular way of doing it. Now if I get 2 into 6, which is 2 moles of this with 6 moles of this, I do this whole thing into 2 into 2 into 2, which then becomes 68 gram is the answer. Okay, Shaurya, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is patience. Good job everybody who got this right. Okay, here is a weird idea, just something to end the session with, something to make you think about. No man, Shaurya, what are you saying, bro? Ugh, weird, bro. Never. Ranjan Ben, do you want me to explain again? 34 is the answer is 68, not 34. Ranjan Ben, are you okay? I can go back to the question if you like. So here, this is the balanced equation. ठीक है? Exactly, सही करना जरूरी है. Ranjan Ben, I have 1:3 giving me 2 moles, but I need, how much do I need? I need to use 2 and 6. So I am doubling this. I am doubling everything. So we should also double this. On doubling this, you get 4 moles of ammonia. Okay. So 4 and ammonia means 14 plus 3, which is 17. 17 into 4, which is 68. Okay. Ranjan Bhai, that's the answer to that one. Okay. RB, I'm going to call you RB because Ranjan Bhai has too many syllables. RB is what is going to be from now on. So, all right, you got this question, right? Say initially you have these many moles. अब अगर मैं बोलता हूं कि भाई I have reacted 2 mole. Can you help me fill the rest of this out? I know, right? Crazy Abba. कुछ भी मस्ती में डाल दिया है. Anything, any random equation, right? So that you can't scam your way through it. कि कहीं देखा है. Not you, but generally anybody watching this. 0 mole मतलब शुरुआत में नहीं है ना? No reaction. 0 mole initial mole लिखा है ना, मतलब no reaction. आभा, ये लिखने का तरीके का मतलब है कि रिएक्शन शुरू नहीं हुआ है, फिर रिएक्शन शुरू हो गया. इस प्रोसेस पे मैंने 2 मोल रिएक्ट किए, तो मिडिल नहीं, क्या बोला इसको, क्या बोला, इंटरमीडिएट कितने मोल होंगे? कैन यू हेल्प मी विद दैट? डू वन थिंग, रिएक्टेड अगर इसके 2 हुए तो इसके कितने होंगे, एंड देन इंटरमीडिएट मोल्स चारों के कितने होंगे? हेल्प मी विद दैट. 2824. Okay, wonderful Shaurya. Shaurya saying 2 minus 8 minus 2 minus 4. Do you guys agree with what Shaurya is saying? Shaurya, अगला स्टेप ये बताओ कि एंड में कितने मोल्स होंगे? This is just addition and subtraction, but you gotta just accept that this is an okay thing to do. ठीक है? It's mainly acceptance. 8 मोल. ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही राज. तो बचे कितने? इसके 3 बचे, इसके कितने बचे? 17 बचे, इसके 2 और इसके 4. You see that? Yeah, absolutely right, Raj, and this thing. But you see how many are remaining? Intermediate moles कितने हैं? Now this is a scary picture. This is getting very random very quickly. Like भाई ये क्या हो रहा है? Right? This is not a stoichiometric ratio. Now if you look at just these numbers, you'll be like, bro, what is this? But this is what happens in real life. In real life, you can have any number of moles you start off with. And if 5 into 25 you see is not the right ratio, it's not the right ratio, is it? Like, what do you mean not the right ratio? Matlab, for 1 mole I require 4, but I have not 1:5. This is 1:2. तो कुछ यूज अप हो जाएगा, कुछ बच जाएगा। यू सी दैट्स वेयर आई एम गेटिंग टू। तो इंटरमीडिएट में इतने होंगे। सो बिल्कुल सही, ठीक है। इंटरमीडिएट मोल्स कितने थे, मैंने लिख दिया था, फिर से लिख देते हैं। इंटरमीडिएट मोल्स कितने हो जाएंगे इसके, बोलो ना तुम लोग। अच्छा तुम लोग बोलो, मैं लिख दिया था, अभी तुम लोग बोलो। व्हाट इज लॉ ऑफ कांस्टेंट प्रोपोर्शन? तब छोड़ो, नो, लॉ ऑफ कांस्टेंट प्रोपोर्शन इज स्टिल देयर। लॉ ऑफ कांस्टेंट प्रोपोर्शन इज यूएफ4 हमेशा यूएफ4 ही रहेगा, दैट इज नॉट चेंजिंग। शौर्य, वो नहीं बदल रहा है। इंटरमीडिएट मोल कितने को, थोड़ा जल्दी बताओ। आभा, शौर्य, राज, रंजन बेन, आप भी बताइए। हाउ मेनी मोल्स डू यू हैव बीच में? 3, 17, 2 और 4, ठीक है, कुल 3, 17, 2 और 4। ओके ओके, ग्रेट। एंड में कितने होंगे? एंड में कितने होंगे? व्हाट इज एंड? आभा, यस, I will, but help me, walk me through this. You see what is on my screen, ना? आभा, just follow what's on the screen. Absolute right, Shaurya. -2 नहीं होगा. Why -2? It will be +2, not -2. I am forming products. I am using reactants. I am forming products. है ना? This concept of plus or minus is हमारी मनगढ़ंत चीजें, things that humans have made up. In real life तो मोल्स होंगे ना, माइनस से क्या मतलब है? Because reaction is happening, Raj. Forward reaction. They will get used up. यही तो होता है ना. What is the point of making this? अगर ये रिएक्ट हुए तो उतने फॉर्म हुए ना, अगर ये माइनस हुए तो उस तरफ प्लस होगा। दैट इज व्हाट दिस रिएक्शन मींस ना। लेफ्ट टू राइट का मतलब क्या है ना? अगर यहां से 2 मोल कंज्यूम हुए तो जाएंगे कहां? दे विल फॉर्म सम मोल्स ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट, दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग ना। इसलिए प्लस प्लस माइनस माइनस। समझ में आया? ठीक है, कूल। आभा, समझ में आया? इज ओके आभा? अब क्या होगा? अब देखो, 317 अजीब नंबर लग रहा है, बट इसको चाहिए रेशियो 1:4 का। मतलब 1 विल हैपन फॉर 17 मोल। आई नीड 17/4 मोल ऑफ दिस, अगर 17 मोल मैं पूरा यूज करना चाहता हूं। और फॉर 3 मोल आई नीड 12 मोल ऑफ दिस। अब इन दोनों में से छोटा नंबर कौन है? ये वाला छोटा है, राइट? आई हैव 12, आई डोंट हैव 17/4। 17/4 इज 4 पॉइंट समथिंग, which is why this gets used up and this is left behind. Do you see what I am talking about now? समझ में आ रहा है? कंज्यूम हो गया। आभा, which part is, yes exactly, आभा, which part is weird? Where did 284 come from? ऐसे ही आभा, any random place। देखो आभा, how about this? आभा, how about this? I take some sort of a reaction। कहां यार? Wait, I'll add a slide here, रुको। I need an empty slide, too much stuff is written here already। This is slide number 101, 101 not out। We'll take half a minute, maybe we'll take 5 minutes tops to finish this off and then we'll call it a day। Don't worry, बहुत chill scene है। After you understand, you'll be like, अरे यही था, बस इतना ही था। Literally ऐसा तुम्हारे को लगेगा। Used up or left behind, exactly। अब देख, I have some reactant, I have some product। reactant हो गया कम, प्रोडक्ट बढ़ गया। अब इट डजंट हैव टू मीट, ओके, ऐसे कुछ बना रहे हैं। दिस इज प्रोडक्ट। ये क्या है? ये वाली एक्सिस क्या है? ऑल एनकंपसिंग टाइम। ये क्या है? ये है रिएक्शन मिक्सचर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ रिएक्टेंट्स एंड प्रोडक्ट्स। समझ रही हैं आप? अब सो से दिस कैन बी, क्या थी स्टार्टिंग वैल्यू? से 5, ठीक है। ये हो गया आपका, कितना हो गया? ये हो गया 3। एट दिस पॉइंट जब ये 3 हुआ तो ये हो रहा है, प्रोडक्ट कितना हो रहा है? से 2। करेक्ट आभा? यू अंडरस्टैंड नाउ? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड आभा? एवरीबडी एल्स, डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज एक्चुअली हैपनिंग एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम? एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम, अलग कलर यूज कर देता हूं, सेम ब्लू, ताकि कुछ कंफ्यूजन ना हो। एट दिस पॉइंट टाइम ये हो रहा है, अब ये इसको तुम छोड़ दो, ठीक है, दिस पार्ट नाउ यू फॉरगेट, बट ऐसी मैंने आदत से बनाया है, ठीक है, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट। अभी फॉर ऑल प्रैक्टिकल पर्पसेस आपके लिए दिस लाइन गोज टिल हियर, लाइक गोज टू जीरो, ओके, एंड दिस लाइन गोज व्हाटएवर टिल द सम वैल्यू, ठीक है, ओके, वंडरफुल, राइट, ब्यूटीफुल, ओके, कूल। नाउ नेक्स्ट स्टेप देखो, फाइनल मोल्स कितने होंगे, सोचो। फाइनल मोल्स में इनमें से एक जीरो होने वाला है, दूसरा नहीं। इफ आई नीड टू यूज अप 17 मोल्स ऑफ दिस, आई नीड 17 by 4, वाई, फॉर एवरी 4 मोल आई नीड 1, सो 4 by 1 मतलब रेशियो 1:4 है ना, इसलिए बोलो कि आई नीड 17 by 4, बट आई डोंट हैव 4.1, तो इंस्टेड ये 3 मोल वाला यूज अप हो जाएगा एंड दिस 12 मोल ऑफ दिस गेट्स रिमेन गेट्स यूज्ड अप। सो यहां पे 0, यहां पे 5, अच्छा क्या करें, 5, ठीक है, यहां कितना था, 3 यूजअप हुआ ना, अगर 3 यूजअप हुआ तो 3 बन जाएगा, तो यहां पे भी 5 होगा, 3 यूजअप हुआ तो डबल हो जाएगा, मतलब 6 बन जाएगा, तो ये 10, तो इन द एंड यू हैव 0, 5, 5, 10, दिस इज द फाइनल आंसर। यस शौर्य, एब्सोल्युटली राइट, बिल्कुल सही बोला शौर्य, ठीक है, आई कैन डुप्लीकेट दिस स्लाइड एंड क्लीनली फिर से लिख सकता हूं, बट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन ओवर हियर, ये समझ में आ रहा है ना? If you go from scratch, you have 5, 25, 0 and 0, right? तो इसी से you can get to this final thing. That is what I'm trying to get to. ये है 1:5, ये है 1:4, मतलब कि ये पूरा यूजअप हो जाएगा, ये एक्स्ट्रा होगा, कितना यूजअप हो जाएगा, ये 5 का 5 बन जाएगा 0, मतलब -5 हो जाएगा, अगर ये -5 हुआ तो ये -20 हो जाएगा और ये 5 बच जाएगा, और ये -5 हुआ ये तो ये हो जाएगा +5, ये हो जाएगा +10, खत्म, दैट इज इट, and that is the end of this session. Okay, all right, it's okay, this is, as I said, a complicated idea for right now, but what are you not understanding, can you tell me what is it that is new to you out of all this? It's a reaction, it's happening, you are used to what is being taught in the textbook जो आप लोग मग करते हो, right? But this is a real reaction, that's all. Some amount gets used up, some amount gets left behind. What part is difficult, please tell me and I'll help you out. Here दिस इंटरमीडिएट वाला वाज जस्ट टू शो यू कि अगर बीच में समवेयर 2 मोल घटता है तो 3 बच जाता है, इसमें 17 हो जाता है, इसमें 2 हो जाता है, इसमें 4 हो जाता है, बट एट द एंड दिस इज व्हाट हैपेंस, ओके, या रैंडमली, दिस इज रैंडम, आभा, दिस इज रैंडम, ओके, राज, आई एम इन अ सेशन, आई एम नॉट गोना रिस्पॉन्ड टेलीग्राम, आई एम इन अ सेशन, इट कुड बी एनीथिंग, कुछ भी ले सकती हो, take anything, this was just an example, that is what is bugging you, okay, I understand now, Abha and Shaurya, take anything, the main thing is this initial and final, intermediate को भूल जाओ, अगर intermediate confusing है, forget about intermediate. Pankaj, guess what my name is, guess करो, yeah, Abha, I get it, if one says a mental block it stays, right? इनसे मैंने बोला था कि I drew this graph to show you this itself, it's a random time, and at the end some reactant gets used up. This in this case is UO2 gets used up, and this can be anything of the other products, right? Now why it gets complicated is there were two things यहाँ पे and ये पूरा नहीं use up हुआ, right? This got left behind, so then there are multiple reactants and multiple products, you will get multiple lines, ऐसी बहुत लाइन मिलेगी, ठीक है, cool. 17 का 12 कैसे हुआ, 17 का 5 हो गया ना, 12 नहीं हुआ, 17 का 12 कैसे हुआ, मतलब 17 का 5 हो गया ना, अच्छा, समझा मैं, 12 कैसे हटाया, ठीक है, वो इंटरमीडिएट वाला भूल जाओ, आभा, इफ द इंटरमीडिएट थिंग इज डिफिकल्ट, forget the intermediate thing, look at the initial and final thing. Thank you Pankaj for reading the name of the thing. You students bro, खैर वो इंटरमीडिएट वाला अगर कंफ्यूजन है तो उसको भूल जाओ, राइट, दैट वाज मे बी एन एक्स्ट्रा आइडिया व्हिच वी विल गेट बैक टू, आपको करना तो पड़ेगा, इन अगेन 6 months टाइम यू विल कम बैक टू एंड यू विल डू दिस इन योर स्लीप, ठीक है, hey thanks bro Pankaj, I hope you're doing well. So this intermediate business you will have to learn, अगर आपको अभी मुश्किल लग रहा है बाद में करेंगे, बट थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करो, ओके, बट राइट नाउ if you go to initial and final, you're going from 5 and 25, 0 and 0, to some values. What are those values? That depends on the stoichiometry. बस यही है, ठीक है? Cool. 17 से 12 इसलिए हुआ क्योंकि 3 से 0 हो गया. अगर 3 से 0 हो गया तो 3 चला गया, राइट? 3 to 0 मतलब 3. 3 into 4 is 12. Why 3 is to 4? 1 is to 4. Ratio is 1 is to 4. अगर 1 मोल UO2 हो रहा है यूज अप तो 4 मोल HF होंगे. That's why 12, 17 minus 12. Ah, victory! Abha has understood. I'm only kidding, man. When I say Abha, you are a representation of all the students who are going to be watching it not live. So that's the complication with live sessions, right? The people who watch it live, they get the best experience ever. But the people who are not watching it live, they'll be like, bro, ये क्या हो रहा है, वो क्या हो रहा है? So try and attend these sessions live, they'll be most beneficial to you. But it's okay. अगर live देखने का time नहीं है या मन नहीं है, बाद में देखो, जैसा ठीक है देखो. But देखो, for sure you will ace JEE, NEET, whatever exam you have. All right, cool. We overshot time a little bit. Sorry about that. We do 1 hour sessions most likely. Yeah, that's what we do with me. Exactly. अगर एक जगह कम हो दूसरे का बढ़ेगा. आभा, this is the graph that you need to kind of understand with time. ठीक है? All right. fake though, for sure. Abha. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for your time. I'll see you around. If you want to check out my other sessions, which may be a little bit difficult for you if you're in 10th grade, but अगर आप 11th और 12th grade के sessions देख रहे हो तो ऊपर है link में, इस chat के link में. Yeah, you can check it out. And also description में link में all my sessions are on a spreadsheet. Thank you everybody for your time. I'll see you around. 4th to 9th JEE के हम लोग papers करेंगे, उसके बाद we'll get back to this. Bye. See you. Good night. Have a good one. Oh.